Hello and welcome to Your Money Always Matters. My name is Ladia, and today what I'm going to do is wrap up my series on power of attorneys. So over the week or so, I have talked about the different types of power of attorneys, and that's your limited power of attorney, full power of attorney, the durable power of attorney, and the springing durable power of attorney, and how each one of those would work when coming onto your investment account. And all of this information is from my years of working in the brokerage industry and working for broker dealers and working with clients like yourself when they would call in and want to get information about adding a power of attorney to their account. So with that being said, let's talk about some of the red flags that you want to be aware of when you add a power of attorney to the account. Now remember, you as the individual or the account owner, you are the principal. And what you are allowing is someone to come on your account as a power of attorney, and that person is called the agent. So here are some of the red flags that you want to look at when you have a power of attorney on the account. And that would be pertaining to your transactions. Perhaps you're starting to see more transactions occur on your account than they normally do. That is something to look out for. And then there's the secrecy around the transactions on the account. Maybe you talk to the power of attorney about them and you're not just getting the right answers that you want. Or it could also be that pressure or that urgency to move money around in the account. Now, while those things may not all mean that there is something wrong, but it is worth looking into. Now, how do you protect yourself when you have a power of attorney on the account? Well, I would say number one would be intentional about who you add as a power of attorney on the account. Make sure it's someone that you honestly and truly trust to look after you and your family when it's needed the most. So being able to trust that individual as a power of attorney, adding them to the account, giving them access to your finances, I think is very crucial in the process. And then number two, another way that you can protect yourself is to ask questions. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Working in the industry for the number of years that I've worked, I've taken so many calls from the principal or the account holder where they've had questions about the transactions on their accounts. And of course, part of my responsibility and my job was to make sure that I answered those questions for the client so that they can make the proper decision moving forward with the power of attorney. And as I mentioned before in other videos, with a power of attorney on the account, they can always be revoked. So if you ever feel that that power of attorney is not really acting in your best interest, you can certainly have that person removed from the account. That is a great option to have when you add a power of attorney to the account. So another way that you can protect yourself is to always review your account statements. Each time you review your statements, any questions that you have, don't hesitate to call and ask questions about those transactions. And then another way that you can protect yourself is to add a trusted contact to the account. That gives the brokerage firm someone that they can reach out to just in case they see some transactions or some activity in the account that just does not add up. And I would suggest that your trusted contact not be the same person that you name as a power of attorney on the account, because that pretty much defeats the purpose for having that trusted contact if they're one and the same person. So maybe another family member, maybe a close friend that the investment firm, brokerage firm can call just to ask a few questions about you. They cannot give any type of instructions on the account. They cannot get information regarding the account because they are not on the account, but they are just really there as kind of a liaison between the investment firm and yourself, just to know that if there's anything that's not quite right on the account. So those are some of the ways that you can protect yourself when you have a power of attorney on the account. Now, what if you become incapacitated and you don't have a power of attorney? Well, that was a really good question that I received from one of my viewers, and I wanted to share that answer with you. Because once you become incapacitated, dementia, some other kind of mental incapacitation, then you're not able to sign legal documents on your behalf. Usually, in my experience, that's where I've seen family members or close friends petition the court to ask for either guardianship or to be a conservator for you so that they can step in and handle your affairs. Now, one of the things that I've seen again in my experience is the form or the document from the court appointing that person may say that they do have the authority over the person. What the investment firms look at, what the brokerage firms look at when they get that document, they are looking to see if not only that you have the authority over the person, but you also have the authority to handle their financial affairs. And I will tell you that that is one of the most difficult calls that I've had in my career, speaking with someone that was named as, in this case, a conservator over one of our clients' accounts. They sent in the paperwork for review and called in to see what was the next step. Well, once the document had been reviewed, it did not have that specific language in there that says that they could also take care of their financial affairs. And so, what that meant, even though they had authority over the person, where they could take care of their housing, they could take care of their medical, but they weren't able to access the funds in that account to be able to take care of the things for the person. So you can only imagine how difficult that was in explaining that to the individual that had been named as a conservator and still wanting to protect the client. And this leads into why your document may be rejected when it comes in for review. It may be because it's incomplete, or maybe it's outdated, or in the case of the conservatorship, it does not have the specific language that is needed for the investment firm or the brokerage firm to be able to allow the power of attorney to come onto the account. Well, I hope that you found this series to be helpful to you and to your family to have meaningful conversations should you look to add a power of attorney to your account. There'll be a playlist at the end with all of the videos from the series, and I hope that you'll go back and take a look at that. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe to my channel for more of my content of my years of working within the brokerage industry and the financial industry and as a retired licensed professional. Thank you so much for watching once again, because your money always matters.